Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, January 31st, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. People like to say it's not where you start, it's where you finish, which is mostly true. But that doesn't make where Sam Pearce is starting off his prep for the season any less impressive. This week, Sam announced on his social media that he was officially 20 weeks out from his season debut, which should put him, on stage sometime in late May or early June based on a quick look at my calendar. Sam's someone who might not be a household name yet, but he is a really talented bodybuilder, as we've seen so many times in the past. So I wouldn't put it past him to have a strong mid-season run because he's more than capable of making it happen. They can say something crazy like 90% of the ocean still has yet to be explored, but that being said, I'm pretty sure that even out there in the deep blue mystery, scientists won't be finding anything that looks like Rafa Brandao anytime soon. Much to everyone's surprise, on Tuesday, Rafa dropped a surprise check-in via Instagram that managed to stir up some controversy for the next 24 hours. Somehow, Rafa managed to emerge as one of the big winners of the off-season this year. But I think the goal coming into this year has to be earning a trip to Vegas, because that's what solidifies him as one of the top-tier guys. Right now, there are probably less than a handful of athletes who we can look at and say, yep, I expect him to be in the first classic physique call-out at the Arnold. And no matter who else you want to toss into the conversation, to me, Steve Laureus has to be near the top of the list. George Peterson was the only one who beat him last year, but George is not competing, which means that Steve has to come in here as the number one contender. Add that to the fact that he's coming in more rested than at any other point in his career, which makes him even more dangerous. And now you've got the perfect storm. This could be a career-changing moment for Steve Laureus, but it's still on him to capitalize on the moment. I'm not sure you guys have seen the new statue immortalizing Hadi Choopan. It's pretty badass as far as sports monuments go. But earlier this week, Hadi posted videos to his social media that show a behind-the-scenes look at how the crew constructed the 10-foot piece created by a team of local artists. Honestly, outside of Arnold's iconic statue in Columbus, this has immediately become one of the coolest pieces of bodybuilding sculptures that I've ever seen. So if there are any art majors out there still trying to figure out what they're going to do for their final project this semester, I'm sure we can find some room outside my studio if you're ready to commission a new piece. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.